Hey y'all, if you love budget-friendly DIYs and thrift flips, well, you're in the right place. I'm Elizabeth. I want to welcome you here if you're new, and if you're returning, welcome back. And this is Southern Gmore Gals. I'm so glad you're stopping by today. In my video, we've got some really fun farm animal thrift flips today. So this one, I'm not real sure if he's actually a rooster or a chicken, so I'm gonna call him a chicken here. He's kind of a red shade, and he looks like he's probably a candle holder. I paid $3 for him at the thrift store. The first thing I did to him was I wanted to change the color, so I spray painted him in the aluminum shade of a metallic spray paint. And I think he already looks so much better, just brightening him up and giving him a different color. And I'm going to use this little stand. I had this from some fall DIYs that I had from the thrift store. I just spray painted this like a light aqua shade. I also used some sandpaper on the stand to give it a little bit of distressing. And then I'm going to use a little bit of black paint and do the same thing to the chicken here just to give him a little bit of a distressed look. This is simple, so easy, anyone can do this, and just changing the paint color can give new life to these items from the thrift store. And that's really all I'm going to do to him. I'm going to fill him up with a little bit of some floral picks. I'm going to use some lamb's ear, and then I also had some dark eucalyptus, but I'm not going to end up using that. I'm just going to use the lamb's ear. So this was a great transformation, and really just changing the paint colors and giving a little bit of distress really gives it a much more modern look. I love the way that the lamb's ear looks in here. I think that looks much better than a candle. You could also put maybe a couple little Easter eggs in here for Easter right now. It would look really cute with the chicken. Leave me a thumbs up and a comment. Let me know what you think about this one. So simple, anyone can do it. I hope it inspires you to kind of look at things in a new way from the thrift store, how you can flip them over and make them into a whole new design. And you can also connect with us on Instagram and Facebook. If you're new here, I'd love to have you subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, I want to thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. For flip number 2, I found this little wooden cutting board at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to use this with my flip. It's just the perfect size for something that I was looking for my little piggy to go on. Now this is the cutest little pig ever. I think he's so cute. I found him at the thrift store. I paid $2 for him, and he's actually a little Linux piece, so I thought that was a really good deal. He must have been some type of maybe a tree ornament, a Christmas ornament. He did have a little blue ribbon in him. I took that ribbon off, and I'm going to leave him just the way he is. I think he's really cute the way that he's painted. And I painted my little cutting board. I used the antique Waverly wax. I just put one coat on there. And then I'm going to use some of the E6000 glue and glue my little pig onto the board. And this little cutting board is just the perfect size. I was looking for something to put him on, and I couldn't really decide, what would be a good thing for him. I didn't really want him so much on a sign, and this is just really the right thickness and the right size. So it turned out perfect. It was only $1, so that makes it even better. Now, my original idea was to put a couple stencils in the corner, something white, and I did one up in the left-hand corner, and I did not like the way that it looked. So I decided to just make some like little polka dots going all the way around him. I'm just using the other side of a paintbrush or the tip end of a paintbrush. I'm using the plaster shade of Waverly chalk paint and just kind of freehanding some little dots all the way around my sign. And I did take a little piece of twine from the Dollar Tree and I hot glued that over the little hole that he had in him. I didn't like the little blue ribbon that he came with, and I didn't want to try to fill that hole in or leave it empty, so I just put a little bow on him. And look at my little piggy. I think he turned out so cute. I love it. Having a little bit of texture on the sign really gives it a nice, unique look, but also a little wooden piece here. Let me know what you think about this one. So my last project here is actually a DIY. I found these little farm animal signs at the Dollar General. Only paid $1 for each one, and they're little metal signs. They already have the writing on them, so I thought this was an awesome deal when I found those. So I'm going to use these little canvases from the Dollar Tree. This is a 5x7, and I bought 3 of those. And all I did was I cut the canvas off, and you want to use the other side that doesn't have all the staples in it. So that's the side where we want to see our farm animal through. And I painted my frames the antique Waverly wax. I just put one coat, and then I have this vinyl paper from the Dollar Tree. All I'm going to do is I'm going to trace around the vinyl, and then I'm going to use my glue gun and glue that onto the frame. And this is a super simple project. Anyone can do this, and these are really inexpensive items, but it's going to give you a nice high-end farmhouse look. So I'd planned just to glue the frames together, but they weren't staying together really good, glued one on top of the other. So I wanted to put something just to secure it a little bit better. So I'm just using these large tongue depressors, or like big popsicle sticks from the Dollar Tree. I'm just using my hot glue gun, and I'm going to put a couple of these on the back just to hold my piece together because I want them to be stacked one on top of the other. And I've got lots of springtime and Easter DIY videos listed down in my description box. So if you're looking for some springtime and Easter inspiration, definitely check out some of my other videos listed there. I also have lots of other thrift flip videos there. I've got a couple that just came out this spring that are everyday farmhouse thrift flips. So check those out if you haven't seen those before. And here's my finished piece. Now, all I did to put my animals in there, I actually had to push the rooster down just a little bit behind the frame because he was just a little bit tall, but the other ones fit in here just perfect. I just used my glue gun and just put just a little bit of glue on the animal and glued him in there. And I left the hanger, or kind of the metal piece, on there because I like the way that that looks. And I just kind of folded it. I had to bend a little bit of them, and it's just kind of up against the frame there, so it kind of looks like they're actually hanging there, but they're not. They're actually glued in there. So here's my final reveal with my fun farmhouse thrift flips and DIYs together here. So I think these turned out great. Some nice high-end looks without that price tag, without the price. These are simple. Anyone can make. I hope if you're new here, you'll consider subscribing. Leave me a comment and a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a great day.